What's up, everybody? It's Christopher J, Sick Hands RBN. Welcome to episode 32 of the Great Southern Arcade RoadTrip. We're starting off day 4 of the trip with not just an arcade, but an entire theme park. We're still here in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and today we're visiting Dollywood. That's Dolly as in Dolly Parton, the country music superstar who put this area on the map. I haven't been here since the Christmas season of 2019, and my one goal for the day is to ride their newest roller coaster, Big Bear Mountain. I mean, I guess my second goal of the day is also to find out if and where they still have arcade games inside the park, but mostly it's to ride that roller coaster. However, I think I may have made a grave miscalculation. See, it turns out that today is Dollywood's opening day for their 41st season of operation, and people have been chomping at the bit to get back in the park. I'm parked up in the preferred parking lot, but the line to get in is all the way back amongst the cars. It's still 30 minutes to opening, and I have no clue when we're actually going to make it through. But a miracle happened. 15 minutes to opening, and the line started moving. And I mean moving. We got to the entrance, got through security, and made it into the park right on time. The park entrance puts us right in front of the big Dollywood sign over at the Palace Theater. And in order to get to that new roller coaster, we've got to swing back through Timber Canyon, past Thunderhead, Drop Line, and the Mystery Mine, and then hang a left into Wildwood Grove. Wildwood Grove is also home to another new ride that's going to be opening this year, Night Flight Expedition. Unfortunately, that's not quite ready for opening day either, and there's no specific timeline as to when it's going to open just yet. One of the things I love about this park is that since it's nestled amongst the Tennessee mountains, walking through these pathways can be so serene, relaxing, and peaceful. You have sunlight just barely peeking through the treetops as you make your way up the hillside. Well, it looks like a line's already building up for Thunderhead, the park's big wooden coaster. I've been on that one already, so I'm fine with skipping it for now. Well, we reached our first choke point here in Timber Canyon. They haven't opened up the back section of the park just yet, so they're holding everyone here in front of Drop Line until someone gives the go-ahead. And so, people are just all crowded up, waiting for that signal. All in all, we got held up here for about 5 minutes. But it looks like we're moving now. I'm not about to be one of those people that's just, running and pushing people out of the way just so I can be first in line. Ugh. I've got the time to spare, and I'm just going to take it easy. So I'm going to take my time walking through Wildwood Grove until I get up to Big Bear Mountain.
I actually don't want you to do that. You can't find it, I don't know when it is or where it is.
Oh, honey, I'm right next to you.
Well, finally we made it all the way to the back corner of Wildwood Grove and the Big Bear Mountain coaster. But now, it's time to wait even more. Because they're still just sending test trains through, and they haven't even opened up the line for it yet either. No matter, I'm fine with waiting it out. I didn't invest in a time saver pass, so I'm not going to be skipping this line. We've got to wait it out for however long it takes. Just hopefully, with any luck, it won't immediately break down or go down for maintenance or anything like that. Finally, a little bit over an hour after we got into the park, it was our turn to ride. We got locked in for a back row ride. Lucky! This thing whips. It feels very similar to the Hagrid coaster over at Universal's Islands of Adventure, but here we're trading Hogwarts for the Smoky Mountains. There's no denying it's a family coaster. The minimum height requirement is only 39 inches after all, and it doesn't go super fast. But what it lacks in speed and height, it delivers in just pure giddy fun. The dive under the waterfall? Absolutely awesome. I'm very happy to have gotten this one under my belt. Dollywood has another winner on their hands with Big Bear Mountain for sure. After getting that ride down, I started taking a walk back through Wildwood Grove to Wilderness Pass, the home of Fire Chaser Express and Wild Eagle. Like I mentioned before, it was super packed. According to the app, all the major rides were operating at 60 minutes at minimum. Some of them, the wait time had ballooned up to 3 hours already. But one ride claimed that the wait time was only 15 minutes. That ride was Tennessee Tornado, the old Arrow Looper in the corner of Wilderness Pass and Craftsman's Valley. So I made my way over there. Unfortunately, I think they might have been underestimating a little bit, because when I got up to the top of the steps at Tennessee Tornado, I was greeted by a full queue. Listen, I already waited an hour for a single brand new ride today. I wasn't about to do that for something I've already been on. And that's where part of the problem came in. With it being so packed, I quickly realized that the coasters and rides just weren't going to be in the cards unless I wanted to waste all of my time in line. So I made my peace with skipping most of the rides and instead just spent my time enjoying the park itself. Listen, I know it sounds crazy, but I'm okay with it. Dollywood is one of those rare theme parks where you can just walk around and still have a great time. Between their shows, their food, and the rest of the attractions, you don't ever have to get in line to have a fulfilling day here. And with that being said, we actually did end up finding an arcade. 'Cause see, the Tennessee Tornado building actually has a small arcade section down underneath the queue line. So why don't we go take a quick look around? Come on in. I feel like the last time I was here, they definitely had more in the way of actual games, but like most places, it seems that they've added a whole bunch of claw machines. If anything, I'm more surprised that they're still using tokens on their machines instead of tap-to-pay or reloadable game card. We never did find another arcade in the remainder of the park, though. As we walked through Craftsman's Valley and we passed by the waterfalls, we came to Eagle Mountain. It's the park's sanctuary for bald eagles that wouldn't be able to survive in the wild otherwise. So, of course, we spent a few moments here admiring those majestic creatures. We eventually came to the Robert F. Thomas Chapel. At any other park, this might just be dismissed as a piece of decoration. But here in Dollywood, this single-room country church actually functions every week for Sunday service. The rest of the time, you can walk through it or take a brief respite amongst its pews. It's a breath of fresh air, the likes of which you won't find at many, if any, other amusement parks. By this point in the day, I was starting to get pretty hungry. Up at the top of the video, there were two things that I said I wanted to do here. 1, ride Big Bear Mountain. 2, find the arcades. But technically, the third thing I wanted to do, I wanted to grab myself some lunch from Granny Ogle's Ham and Beans, one of the park's sit-down restaurants in Craftsman's Valley. It's almost a tradition for me at this point, and since I hadn't had their food in almost 7 years, you can bet I was looking forward to it. Of course, there was a wait here as well, so while I waited, I grabbed a rocking chair on the porch at the hat shop right next door, just relaxed for a bit, and spent the next few minutes people watching. The wait? 100% worth it. They started off with a complimentary skillet of freshly baked cornbread. I ordered the sampler platter, which included pit ham, meatloaf, mashed potatoes, carrots, turnip greens, and a dish of Granny Ogle's famous pinto beans. It was completely delicious, mouth-wateringly good, just as good as I had remembered. Listen, I don't want to talk smack, but I saw a pretty well-known food YouTuber review the food here, and they were not impressed. Well, just goes to show that everyone has different opinions, right? Granny Ogle's was right next door to the Valley Theater, a stage where random bands would be performing throughout the day. Over here, the 4-piece Smoky Mountains string band played some bluegrass to delight the ears of watchers and passers-by alike. Over at the old grist mill, the smell of Dollywood's famous cinnamon bread wafted through the air. I should have saved some room for dessert. Meanwhile, down in the country fair section of the park, I was still on the hunt for any sort of arcade games that I might have missed. I thought I had remembered there being an arcade down in this section. Well, maybe my memory is getting hazy, or they removed it at some point in the past several years. But the only thing to be found down here were more Carnival games. Ah well, let's take a quick walk around just to see what they've got. I figured that, at about this point, I should just cut my losses and call it a day here at Dollywood. As I made my way out of the country fair section, I was surprised to see people lined up along one of the main pathways. What was going on? Were they about to have a parade? I asked someone near me. The answer? Yes, there was a parade. And the reason for all the crowds? The park's dreamer-in-chief was there. Miss Dolly Parton herself. Suddenly, it all clicked. No wonder the place was packed tighter than a can of sardines. Well, when in Rome, or when in Pigeon Forge, rather, I lined up to see if I could catch a glimpse. And sure enough, just a few moments later, what a surprise. and an absolute treat to be about 100 feet away from country music royalty. And I'm not even that much a fan of country music, but I am a fan of Dolly Parton. So yeah, that was my day at Dollywood. One ride, one meal, one arcade, and one sighting of Miss Dolly Parton. I'm looking forward to coming back at some point in the future when I can actually ride some more rides, but for now, it's good enough. Stay tuned for the next episode of the Great Southern Arcade RoadTrip, when we head out from Pigeon Forge and make a day trip out to Johnson City, Tennessee to visit Neon Moon, a next-level pinball lounge that must be seen to be believed. See you then. I've been Christopher J., Sick Hands RBN, reminding you to like, comment, subscribe, or join, and I'll see you all next time. Hey, it's me, Christopher J., Sick Hands RBN. Thanks for watching all the way to the end of the video, and very special thanks to all of our channel's fans, superfans, and sponsors. If you want to help support more arcade tour videos and road trips, please click the join link on the end card here or down in the description for more information on channel memberships. See you all next time.